up, everybody? Little review today about my next opponent, Levan SAGINASHVILI, #1 arm wrestler on the planet, right and left, by quite a margin. When I think about Levan, I truly believe that this is the highest peak of arm wrestling that we've ever seen. I've seen some people say, oh, this person in their prime or that person from 1980 or... No, I don't think so. I really believe when you look at everything, the level of professionalism, the amount of focus, his size, his specific strength, the technique, this is the highest peak of arm wrestling. I truly believe that.
Devin and Levan, thoughts? Well, I think once upon a time, when horses were running free and indigenous people first saw these giant hairy beasts running through the fields, they probably thought, can these things be tamed? Holy smokes. And I'm sure a bunch of them got trampled in the process of trying to do it. But then one motherfucker got his hands on a mane and got on top of it and tamed the beast. Now, I don't know if it's wishful thinking or not, because he's, we're both North Americans. But I think Devin could be that crazy fucking Indian that mounts that big, furry sumbitch.
Okay, we got Devin No Limits versus Georgian Hulk Levan predictions. It's got to be one of the biggest matches that's really going to tell the gap between the East and the West, so they say. And I believe if Devin, if he can take the hit and catch him, maybe he can tire him out to win it. And that's a big maybe. But as George Michaels once said, you got to have faith. So my bets are on the North American hero, Devin LARRATT, to make the West great again. UJ Nation.
So I'm out doing my day job, but I got a very important message from David Kotlo, the man of arm wrestling uncensored, and he wants to know who I think will win between Levan and Devin. And I am a huge Devin fan. I understand that this is going to be one of the hardest matches of his career, but I can't root against Devin on this one, so I'm going to have to say Devin. But the odds are definitely stacked against him.
Devin versus Levan. We have a bit of a problem here because I heard a rumour that Devin might be taking steroids for this match. Now, I understand why he's doing it, but I can't approve of it. We have to bear that in mind. If Devin wins, it's down to his steroid use. I'm not a fan of these fake natties. Devin, just come clean. Tell us what the pancakes really are. I hope my friend, my boy, Levan wins this one. I hope he's able to pull through. But fake natty Devin, pulling out all the stops. We'll see how it goes.
What's going on, guys? So, my prediction for the upcoming match in the bye, Devin LARRATT versus Levan. Devin is more technical. Levan's probably the strongest, so I'm going to say 4-2. Devin LARRATT wins. That's what I got. All right, lads. Later. Out.
Devin LARRATT, Levan SAGINASHVILI, King of the Table 4, Dubai, middle of 2022 through CORESPORTS. Can Devin, the Winter Soldier, make the trek up the mountaintop and claim the champion over Levan? Is it possible? I don't think so. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for Devin LARRATT. I'm rooting for North America. Devin is the guy. If anybody can slow down this monster, if anybody can stop the hit, the top roll, Devin would be the guy. I think it's going to be kind of like Dave Chafee, that similar match. Hard hits, quick wins. Similar to the Dennis match. Hard, strong, Devin LARRATT, I hope he's making the climb. I hope he's doing everything possible, eating pancakes, going to come in 300 plus to try to slow down the monster, but that monster is just too much monster. And I'm not talking about Monster Michael Todd. I'm talking about real monsters. Good luck, Devin, but got to go with Levan.
So Devin versus Levan. I believe that if there's anybody on this planet that can find the lane to beat Levan, it's going to be Devin. I believe we'll see the biggest version of Devin, 300 plus pounds, and probably training harder than he's ever has. And I think one of two scenarios will happen. I believe if Devin wins it, he wins it 4-2. Because if there's any lane that is out there that can beat Levan, Devin will find it. He has all the tools, all the experience, all the knowledge to just keep trying these different angles. And if he finds it, I think he wins 4-2. If he doesn't find it, 6-0 Levan. But if I was betting, I think Devin can win at 4-2.
Alrighty. With the Devin and Levan match coming up here soon in the next few months, I thought I'd throw out my prediction, and I'm going to have to say it's for Big Devin. I know Levan's been looking pretty crazy recently, but Devin is definitely going to pull it through. I have no ifs, ands, or buts. The man's just going to... He might lose that first round, but by those last 3 or 4 rounds, it's going to be easy. He's going to hold him and then slam him.
Devin LARRATT versus Levan SAGINASHVILI. Woo! It's going to be good, man. Here's the deal. It all depends on how big and prepared Devin comes in at. If he comes in close to 300 pounds, I think we have a match. I think he's still the huge underdog. I think that Devin is going to do everything in his arsenal to gas the hand and wrist of Levan in the setup. He's going to be going to the strap every round. I think if Devin can get one stop, if he can get one stop in that third round, it's over. I think it's a 4-2 Devin. So we'll see. It's the match of the century. It's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to watch it. And I'm pulling for you, Devin. Let's go North American arm wrestling.
All right, Devin and Levan. Had you asked me 2 years ago, I'd have laughed at you. That was about the time he was getting drugged through the mud by Saplenkov, even with a mullet, which we all know adds 10%. But it didn't help him. But since then, you know, he's created something special, which is what it takes to beat their best science projects. So I think I'm going to go with Devin this time because, you know, he's much bigger. I think he's a better arm wrestler. He's much bigger than he was. If you see the difference when he pulled Mike the first time to when he pulled him the last time, it's leaps and bounds better. And the last 2 times I betted against Devin, and it didn't go well for me. So I'm going to go with him this time, even though it's against the #1 guy. I got to go with my North American brother. And watching Levan as of late, he's gotten comfortable just clamping down and going. And that's a big no-no with somebody as smart as Devin on the table. So we're going to go with Devin. Roll Tide.
Devin versus Levan, best of 6. Geez, we saw what Angarbayev was able to do to Levan, and Vitaly Lalatin had the recipe, just wasn't strong enough. I think if the version of Devin that showed up against Michael Todd shows up, I think he's going to be able to bring Levan to deep, murky waters. I think we'll see some different tactics that we didn't see against Chafee. I think he's going to probably try to control the hand. And I think Devin's going to be able to get the strap and maybe wear him out if we see the best version of Devin. So I'm going to say 4-2. I think Levan loses a match, goes into full panic mode just because he hasn't lost a match in years. So I give this one to Devin, but it's going to be a hell of a match. Can't wait.
Devin LARRATT versus Levan SAGINASHVILI. I think it's going to come down to how strong Devin is. Because we all know how strong Levan is. He's an absolute monster, and I think Devin's going to have to come in at the best level of himself that he's ever been in his life. And was he like that against Michael Todd? It's hard to say. He was definitely the heaviest he ever was, and he looked great against Michael. But the only way we really know is when we see him and Levan Levon face each other, and if Devin is as big or bigger than he was against Michael. He's got the tool sets to do it. We just need to know if he has the strength, because Levon certainly has it. And I don't know if the King's move will be enough to stop Levon. He seems to have a lot of containment and power behind it. But yeah, it's a toss-up.
Hello, AW Uncensored. This is your friendly neighborhood Malaysian Indian arm wrestler, Maharaj. So, David Codlow wants a prediction for Levan SAGINASHVILI versus Devon LARRATT from Canada. It's Georgia versus Canada, Battle of the Titans. We want to know who's going to bring back that legacy hammer. And, of course, if I was a betting man, I would bet Levan easy. 6-0 easy. But it's always heart over head. We as arm wrestlers, we love the underdog story. So it's not for me to tell you guys what to think, but we all got to give that energy, all that energy to Devon LARRATT to make a huge spirit bomb and to break that mountain and bring down Everest and bring the hammer back to Canada.
Devin LARRATT is going to retire Levan SAGINASHVILI.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking.